Welcome back to another Friday show. My name is Betty Sue.
And my name is Rayleigh. Let's get started with today's broadcast. Here's today's Black History Month fact. On this day, February 7th, comedian, author, recording artist, actor, and talk show host Chris Rock was born in South Carolina. He became a critically acclaimed comedian, hosting a self-titled show on HBO. He also brought to the forefront a boycott of the flag of his birthplace. He still continues to star and make a few movies of his own.
The NAACP invites all to the next meeting in room 467 on Tuesday, February 11th at 4:30. Please join us as we continue to plan Black History Month events and activities for the year. Black History Month is a great time to learn about often overlooked histories of many people of color. Speaking of, I love learning new things, and I know a few kids that are always learning new things.
Here's a short video on Irving's very own academic decathlon team, who are going to be competing today and tomorrow. So when you see them next week, make sure to congratulate them.
Hi, I'm James Newman, Irving Tiger Academic Decathlon head coach.
It's Madeline Moore, and I'm in the 10th grade.
Hi, my name is Victoria Gillespie. I'm in the 11th grade.
So Academic Decathlon is a really rigorous academic competition. We study one topic a year. This year, the topic is the medical industry, the healthcare field. And within that, we study several different things. We study the history of it, scientific discoveries, literature works that have to do with the medical industry, music that has to do with the medical industry or healthcare, art as well, and then we do the economics of the healthcare industry. And we also do some math. In addition to all that, the students also have to give a speech as well. And the speech can be about anything. It can be something personal to them. It can be someone that motivated them in their life. It can be an experience that they went through. So the speech, they have some more flexibility. But that's basically what Academic Decathlon is, and it's very rigorous. And we go and compete against other teams, and there's a point system, and we just try and get as many points as we can to finish on top.
I joined Academic Decathlon because I wanted to challenge myself out of what I already do in school. I figured it would be a good thing to put on my college resume especially, and it would give me an opportunity to practice teamwork.
So I joined Academic Decathlon because I noticed that after freshman year I wasn't involved in any extracurriculars, and I thought this was a good way to get more involved in school and meet new people.
My favorite memory is going to state every year the past 4 years in a row, which is a really great accomplishment for our team. And we always have a great time in San Antonio. It's a business trip. We also have some fun along the way as well, and go see the Alamo and go down to the Riverwalk and things like that. Also, one more favorite memory as well is that Nimitz High School is a powerhouse in Academic Decathlon. Their team has gone to state 30 years in a row, and no other school in the Irving ISD district has ever finished ahead of them at any practice competition or any of the official competitions. And our school, Irving, was able to do that, not this year, but last year. We finished in first ahead of them at every single competition, including regional, including state. And that was a really, really great accomplishment.
Section I compete in honors, which is basically like the A's, like the top, and I'd say it's one of the hardest because the expectation is definitely harder when it comes to scoring because they expect us to score way higher. So
I normally have assigned reading to do every night, but outside of that assigned reading, what I normally do is I go back and reread content that I didn't fully understand the first time.
Well, their experience and their academic skills is fantastic. They learn how to be effective with their studies. They learn how to collaborate and work together. And their study skills are just amazing. Also, their communication skills are improved so well over the course of the year. So those are the three things, and these are great things that you can take into college or take into applying for scholarships. We also write essays too. We also write essays, so it helps them improve their essay skills for scholarship applications and college applications. So the sophomores, it takes them a while to get used to it, but once they get used to it, they're really good to go.
I prepare for a competition by going over the stuff that we've already learned and going over the review books and the practice workbooks to make sure that I remember everything so that when the day comes, I don't blank.
Boy, all this learning sure has me enervated. Enervated means tired.
Wow, that's a good vocabulary word to know. Where'd you learn that one, Betty?
A good class to take to learn all about vocab is available for students next year to sign up. Here's more information if you're interested in taking AP English Literature class.
Hey guys, I'm Mrs. Holden, and I would like to encourage you to consider signing up for AP Literature next year. If you are in regular AP Literature, you would have me as a teacher. If you're in GT AP Literature, then you would have Mr. Gonzalez as a teacher. We are here to not only try to help you pass your AP Lit test, but also get ready for college level English classes. So we do a lot of reading of fiction and plays. You've got lots of different options with either of us as teachers. But we also do a lot of poetry. We read a lot of short stories, excerpts from novels instead of whole novels. So you get a very comprehensive look at the English language and how literature has changed in different movements of history. So I would hope that you feel confident signing up for AP Literature, because we will not only help you pass that test, we will get you ready for college.
What do you feel like you have gotten out of being an AP Lit?
I feel like my writing skills have gotten a lot better. I used to not like writing because I never knew how to start it. Like thesis statements have always been a really, I struggled a lot with that. And I just feel like everything has gotten so much simpler because of the lessons and the teachers specifically too.
And would you recommend juniors to sign up for AP Lit?
I would definitely recommend juniors to sign up for this class because it's not only learning how to write, but it's also learning how to take meaning from the things that y'all read and write.
All right, hi everybody. My name is Mr. Gonzalez. A lot of you know me, but a lot of you do not know. I teach both AP English Language and AP Literature. I totally think you should sign up for AP Lit. Most of you, most of the students who take this class are seniors, and I know you want to have a chill senior year after you've worked really hard for the past 3 years of high school. But AP Lit is such a fun class. We read all kinds of text, novels, but also plays, short stories, poems, and then we have a lot of great discussions. We do a lot of Socratic seminars. We have a lot of discussions making connections to film and even television. So if you like to discuss with your classmates and you like to make those types of comparisons between what you're reading and movies and TV shows, I think this would be a great fun class for you to take. I'm not gonna lie, it is a lot of work. There is a lot of writing involved, but Ms. Holden and I will give you all the tools you need to ensure that you get that qualifying score and the college credit and the $100 NIMSI award when you pass this exam. So sign up.
All right, that's enough learning for now. Let's go ahead and take a break with ISPN.
What's up, Irving High? I am Rubio and this is ISPN. Last Friday, the basketball boys team got defeated by Louisville by a score of 69-43. This week on Tuesday, our basketball boys team had a home game against Coppell where they took a defeat with a score of 80-53. The girls basketball played at Louisville last Friday where they came back home defeated by a score of 66-21. This week on Tuesday, the girls played Coppell where they got defeated, finishing with a score of 70-24. Today, both girls and boys basketball team will have a away game against Nimitz High School. The girls' game will begin at 6:30 p.m. and soon after the boys will take over the court at 8 p.m. Make sure you go out and show your support. On to some good news. The boys soccer team smacked Mac last Friday where they won with the final score of 2-0. On Tuesday, our boys dominated Louisville on the field where they scored 4-1. Today, the boys soccer team will play at Coppell at 7:30. Make sure you wish them luck. Here are some soccer highlights. Moving on to girls soccer team. The girls soccer team was defeated by MacArthur last Friday with a score of 4-0. This week on Tuesday, the girls also took a very hard defeat against Louisville with a final score of 6-0. The girls soccer team will have a home game against Coppell today at 7:30 p.m., so make sure you come out and show your support. The district wrestling meet took place this Wednesday where 3 of our Tigers advanced to regional meet. District champion was Nahemi Ventura, district runner-up was Isaiah Smith, and district consolation champion was Linda Ventura. If you have these students in your class or see them around school, make sure you congratulate them for their accomplishment and wish them luck for the next meet. The baseball team will have its very first game at Turner tomorrow at 12:30 p.m. If you see a baseball player, make sure you wish them luck. That is all I got for ISBN. I've been Rubio, and I will see you next week. Now back to Betty and Jared.
For this week's kickoff, we have a class spotlight for our very own graphic design department.
Hi, welcome to the Tiger Design Studios classroom. You can follow me right in here. Right now you will see just the students working on their projects and other assignments that they've been assigned in the class or client work that we've been paid to make. Here we have our button making station. There are students making buttons for our program with our logo on them.
Hi, I'm Manuel, and this is the sublimation process, where we simply print out sublimation paper on the sawgrass over there. And we prepared everything. We put the name tag, the template out, and we prepared everything. We take out the moisture, and then when we're ready to print, we push it in, clamp it down, let the timer roll. And when it's done, we simply just take everything apart and we got the name tags ready. And these are examples of the prepared ones. See, now that it's done. Throw this one away. And then you spray with water so you don't burn your hand. And once they're cold enough to grab, you just pull them out and you got name tags prepared.
Hi, my name is Gilbert. This is where we do our screen printing. First, we start off on the computer with our design. So right here, you see we have the Tiger logo. Now for screen printing, each color that you want to print, we can't print every color on one screen. So what we do is we take the design, separate it into multiple colors like gold, then we have our black screen, and then we have our white. Right now, I'm going to demonstrate to you how we made our gold screen. So I'm going to select the gold as the only visible layer. Go to File, we're going to print this. Make sure that we're using our AccuRip Ruby, because that's what we use for screen printing. Now we're going to take this, visible layers, adjust the settings. Should be. Then once we send this to our printer over here, our Blackmax, what's special about this printer over here is that it only prints black ink. No matter what color you have on your screen, it only prints black ink because that's all that's stored in there. Okay, so now that we printed our positive on our printer, now we'll take this back to our exposure room. So now as you see here, you already have this pre-prep. Now what you would do with this positive is you would place this onto the screen after we had registered it and put our registration marks. We'll place it onto the screen, line it up, tape it on there. Then after we do that, we would use our exposure unit right here, which emits UV light that hardens the emulsion. And the special thing about our printer, since it's printing black, anything that's covered by that black blocks the UV light. So when that UV light shoots up, it exposes and hardens the emulsion. Then after that's done, we'll take this over to our washout booth. So now that that's done, we'll take our screen, use our power washer right here to wash this out. and we make sure not to go into it too deep or it will cause our screen to collapse and break and fall apart and we'll lose the screen. So after we're done spraying and washing it out, we'll take it out to our screen printer.
So once the screen is exposed, we bring the screen here and put tape on it to not get any extra ink on the shirt. And once we do that, we put on the desired ink we want on the screen and flood the screen with the ink. Then after we do that, we push it. Once we do that, the ink should go through the part that got exposed. The dark room.
Well, that's all for today, folks.
Don't forget to follow us on Instagram at KRV Productions. And that's KRV Productions without a space.
Have a great weekend, Tigers.